Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
2nd and 5. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Second and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading him out in his second season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. 20. 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Mayfield off the play fake. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw here. Throws right side, and that's complete.
Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line,
get down the numbers. There he goes. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. 57 yards.
And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So out come the Raiders. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
The Raiders at 7-5 now of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And oh, what a catch!
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man right side, Myers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by Myers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Back to throw again.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs ready to take over once again. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They go play action. Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mayfield now. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw here.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Irving.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
2nd down, Mayfield.
And there's a short.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Open man down the field. It's Bowers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Mayfield
finding Otten once more.
7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jakobi Myers. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by Jakobi Myers on the touchdown reception. This will be taken in the end zone and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They'll run the draw with Irving.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. Will try for 3. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Mayfield on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. There's a short one taken in by Otten. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Mayfield now from the 50. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Mayfield with it once more. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Mayfield looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mayfield to throw it. Staying on his feet. Boy, stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. His throw incomplete.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Now Mayfield.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Now 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Raiders, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings.